Good morning and welcome. I'm so excited that you're joining me today. Today we are out here in High Point, North Carolina on it's called like the High Point Greenway. And I came out here for a very specific reason, and that is because there's this boardwalk that goes above this wetland area. And when I saw some pictures, I thought, oh my gosh, this has some really cool, amazing leading lines and with lots of curves. And I thought that this could be a really great location to bring out my ultra wide angle 17 to 28 millimeter lens. And so today I just have my Nikon Z6 and then that ultra wide angle lens to just do a little bit of nature photography with some great leading lines. And yeah, so without further delay, let's just get this photography adventure underway. All right, so I made it to the segment of the boardwalk that I saw that was really cool, and it just has these really great curved lines. One thing to note, while I came out here with a plan with just my 17 to 28 millimeter lens, there are so many birds right now that this would be a really great spot to do some bird photography or just birding in general. So I'm going to keep that on my radar, but this is what I'm here for. I'm here for leading lines and an ultra wide angle lens. And so what I'm going to be trying to do now is just trying to find some interesting compositions to photograph this boardwalk. But without further delay, I'm just going to kind of shut up. I'm going to find some compositions and take some photos and share those with you here in just a moment. So one of the things that I am realizing, like while I'm photographing here, is that the lines are really cool. I think I'm getting some interesting shots and stuff, but I do think that a telephoto lens would be better suited to capture a couple of the different images that I have in mind when I look at the scene and stuff that you just can't quite get there with even zooming all the way in at 28 millimeters, because there's a little bit higher elevation back a little bit up in that direction. And with shooting, if I were to be like up here, up more where the ramp is up higher, and I had like the 70 to 200, I would be able to zoom in to get this really nice curvature that as soon as you get closer to it down here, the vantage changes and so it's not there, which is kind of a bummer, but you know what? I'm not that far away, so I can always come back here again with the 70 to 200. That and I can do some bird photography at the same time. But with the 70 to 28, I still think I'm getting some really cool shots with how the boardwalk, how it curves with the long, great leading lines leading through the wetland. But yeah, so we're just gonna continue walking a little bit further down, seeing what other vantage points I can get, and just enjoy being out here in nature. One of the things that is a very handy little feature on the Nikon Z6, and I'm pretty sure probably Canon and Sony and the other cameras also have this, but with ultra wide angle lenses, it's really important to keep your camera level, which is where a tripod makes that super easy, but I am out here keeping things really simple. So I have on the back of my camera, I'm using that little leveler display, so that way it's overlay and I can make sure that my camera stays level for all these photos that I'm taking. That will just help me in Lightroom to make sure that the lines and stuff are as level as possible and I'm not having to crop and make too many adjustments in post-processing. So I'm very bummed that I do not have my 70 to 200 millimeter lens with me, because there is a family of deer that are foraging on the other side of this boardwalk, and you just can't get close enough with 28 millimeters. Still took some photos and some B-roll, but it's just been a lot of fun to just be walking along, and then bam, there's 4 deer, like 2 adults and 2 babies. They're just super cute. That's what I love about nature. But I just don't have the right lens today for photographing those deer. But it's still pretty cool. So we are walking back to my car, so I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video because we're getting close to the parking lot. So thank you guys so much for joining me today for a slightly different take on my nature photography adventures. I'm really happy that I came out here today. I almost didn't this morning. I almost talked myself out of going someplace closer, but I really wanted to see this boardwalk, and I'm so glad that I did, because I think it makes for some really interesting compositions. With the 17 to 28, it was a lot of fun to like see the exaggeration on the sides of the boardwalk, of the railings and stuff, as it feeds off into the distance. And I think it just makes for some really interesting vantage points, both getting low and getting high on occasion. I just think that it just lends itself to a lot of ways in which you can photograph this scene. With the ultra wide angle lens, you could totally do this with any lens. I would love to come back here with my 70 to 200 just to get a different take on some of the leading lines, and then of course for birds and apparently deer as well. So definitely going to be having this one on my radar, coming back again during some different seasons, because it was really cool. I really like it. It was really pretty for, you know, a December morning. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video and the photos that I shared, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends and family. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I really hope that you do, so you can continue to come along on my photography adventures. Anyways, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.